Here's what we're going to do, and this is important to know. Our laminating resin we're not catalyzing it. We are going to run outside and do a paste coat. Literally, you're going to glass this board within 7 minutes. Okay, and here's the thing. Normally, you know, this is not something I would say, hey, do this, but you know, I'm going to do it, and that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to paste coat this, which means I'm going to step outside and let the sun hit it for X amount of time on the top. I'm going to get the top kicked. We're going to come over and we're going to flip it upside down and do the bottom. Or we're doing the bottom first. We're going to kick the bottom, flip it over, and the rails will still be gummy enough that we can glass them as well. Okay?
Right on.
All right, so here we go. All right, so we're going to do this. This is a quick process. You know, we're going to have to close the door.
Okay.
So let's close that because the ambient sunlight will kick the tail and then we'll be screwed. So, all right, so we're closing the door to get everything shut down. And here we go. So you have all your tools handy. Now that we got the squeegee, when you get to the rail, I'm going to give you get some gloves on, and I'm going to give you a paintbrush. Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna hit up the end or something? Or?
You're going to hit up the rails. Yeah, let me get some of this. Clean this brush off that you're going to be using. Because I used green tint for the green board. Now we're going to use it for this tint. So we're just going to clean it. This is a lot of resin. I'm going to grab my cup and I am going to start squeegeeing this off into the bucket to save it for the next round. I'll give you a good amount on your side. Okay, I'm going to pull this off the nose and into the cup. There we go. Now listen for the sound of the squeegee. You hear that whirring sound?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That means it's dry, not enough there.
That means you're wicked out and you're in good shape. Listen,
oh, okay.
Listen.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that means that's what you're listening for. Not too much, not too little.
Just
now look
right.
at this. You see how this is kind of the acid splash. Now I wasn't trying to achieve that, but that was clumps of pigment that weren't mixed all the way thoroughly, and it leaves that kind of
those lines.
Yeah, which looks pretty cool to me. I mean, I don't, again.
Really, that's what we were shooting for.
Yeah, we were shooting for that. So, and
You're welcome, Johnny.
Here you go, Johnny. So we're coming on down the line here, and I'm going to start moving this resin down towards the tail because it's extremely dry.
No, it's not a big problem if it gets on the styrofoam under here.
That's what you want it to do.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take a look. No, you don't want to paint styrofoam with no glass on it, but don't
If a
worry.
little bit gets on there, it's okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm not going to show the sunlight too much of the rail or the underneath. Okay, so hear that? Perfect. Okay, I need to add a little bit here, so we're going to do that just along the rail. Now remember what I told you, this color doesn't look like that color. Why? Because we're spreading it out thinly
Yeah.
over the board, and that's just the way it is. That's, you know, so if you wanted to add a lot of pigment to cover this up completely, which the blank is not that bad, you would add a lot of pigment, and then you would therefore have to add catalyst, and a lot of it. I won't get into formulas now, but it's a lot. Okay, gonna come and squeegee this off the board. Let Kyle do his thing over there. There we go. All right.
I'm just trying to get as much of this paint
Now let me-
on there as possible.
Let me take a look and see how you're going. Okay, here's one other thing. See how all these lines are coming off?
Yeah.
You don't really want that to happen, and you don't want to pull them off like that. So here's what you do. Watch this. You're painting like this. You want to paint straight down. So you want to dab it on, and see how it's starting to wave on you?
Yeah.
You can't have that because we got to put glass over top of this. So even this is not good.
The fold ups.
Yeah, and I know the blank's moving on you, but don't worry too much. It's your first one. And so we got to take those out. See this? And the way you do it is pull it back like this and start over. You want to get, and it's easy to start over in this phase. What you want to do is start at the edge, push it forward. Okay, push it forward, kind of move in that direction so it doesn't wave on you. And it's easily correct. See that? That's kind of waving. Make sure.
By waving, you mean overlapping
Yeah.
itself?
Making like a bubble.
Exact air bubble, and that's what it'd be. And we'd have to grind that away and just fix it in the final stages. But it's easy just to do it like this.
Do it right the first time.
Yeah, and take your time. You can hold your pinky on there to keep it from bouncing. And there you go. So now when you get lines, when the strands start coming off, well they shouldn't if you do it right. You can go like this to kind of paint the rail, get it uniform. You're gonna paint backwards, like, see that? I'm gonna keep it from bouncing, back up, keep it from bouncing, the board with the pinky. There we go. And we're gonna keep moving. Who's that out there? You see who that is, Troll?